Hi and welcome. I'm Susan Laricchio, the music director here at St. Paul the Apostle Church in Jersey City. Today we're going to talk about a well-known and beloved hymn, Holy God, We Praise Thy Name. Let's go inside. Holy God, We Praise Thy Name is one of the most popular Catholic hymns that I can think of, and the melody is catchy. And because of that, it's been translated in various languages throughout the world. But it originated, or at least we first see the printing of it, through a German Catholic priest in 1771. It's a paraphrase of the Te Deum, which is a Christian hymn in Latin from the 4th century. It became a staple in most of our services. And it's mainly a conclusion song, and it's based on praising God.
So it has its origins in the 5th century, you said?
The origins are from the 4th century.
The 4th century.
The Te Deum.
The Te Deum.
Yes, which we normally would have heard back then in chant, and it wasn't until a Catholic priest, Ignaz Franz, from Austria, actually wrote the lyrics in 1771. As it developed and more people were singing it in German, it became controversial around the beginning of Hitler's rise before World War II. And they actually praised the Führer in a verse.
But they changed the verses, I assume. It wasn't...
Yes, they changed the verses, and they adopted them to whatever they could to promote Hitler. It was propaganda.
And I assume this wasn't the only Christian song that they did this with.
Correct, it was not. We would know the hymn "Glorious Things of Thee Are Spoken" was another hymn that happened with. As time went on, after the 1700s and Germans immigrated to the United States, we were able to have the hymn paraphrased and done in English, Holy God, We Praise Thy Name.
Do you know when it became popular here, or as soon as it was translated, it kind of, probably with the German immigrants and influence in the American church?
Correct. It was when, in the 1800s, as they were coming to the United States and finding a better life, it was translated into English as well as what they were singing in German in the communities. And it caught on in Poland, it caught on in other countries.
Yeah.
And to this day, it's one of the most widely recognized melodies.
Almost every country I've been to, they sing some sort of version of it, especially with Eucharistic adoration.
Right.
It seems to have been associated with adoration at the end of adoration, like we do here at the church.
Right. And it would be where the initial verses, at least in English, are praising God, and then God the Son is in a second series, and then a series of petitions to God. So that's basically the format that they were using.
Yeah. Awesome.
Thanks
for giving us this lesson on this well-known hymn that we sing often at this parish at different events and for different liturgical celebrations. And it's always good to know and have context of these songs and the meaning and the history of them, and to think that every time we sing it, we're singing similar words to what was being sung by Christians back in the 4th century, just to show the continuation of our Christian praise and what we believe and what we hold to be true, and how we glorify God through music.
Yes, it's exactly with this type of a background that we can take it more personally ourselves when we are singing this praise. They're not just words. We have in the back of our mind that the Catholic Church has such a history over centuries. And now that we will be bringing back the Holy Hour and hearing it in Holy Hour, I would like to think that it's elevating prayer to another level.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Susan, for giving us this background, and we look forward to hearing more music minutes.
Thank you. We hope you enjoyed this Music Minute presentation and that it brings a more prayerful thought as we lift our voices in song. Until next time.